Funny who you run into in the streets of New York. So last year, Jim LaPenna and I spent some time in Kalamazoo on the 9th anniversary. You remember, Jim?
I do, absolutely.
Yeah, gave a great speech. Tell a little bit about that day for you.
September 11th or out in Kalamazoo?
No, let's do it. No. Well, the Kalamazoo had to be exciting. Tell me a little bit about September 11th.
Okay, well, I want to back up to Kalamazoo.
All right.
When I went to the chapel that was set up for us to speak in, it was a rainy day. And the festivities that were planned for outside had to immediately shift to inside. But I want to tell you probably the most memorable thing that I saw that day was they had the Clydesdale horses that bowed for 1 hour. And I'll never forget that as long as I live.
That was something. It really was.
That was very powerful. So thank you, Kalamazoo.
At least we gave you a memory.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about September 11th.
Well, 9/11, you guys got to watch it real. You guys got to watch it on TV over and over and over and over. Seeing it real time has embedded in my mind, probably for the rest of my life, the most horrific thing one could ever see or witness. When the North Tower got hit, I thought, just like anybody, we were going to go in and we were going to put the fires out and, we'll assess the damage and, it wouldn't be so bad. And then minutes later, the South Tower got hit. To see that plane with the fuselage enter into the building and the fireball that erupted out of the South Tower, it's not meant for human eyes to witness things like that. It didn't get better from that point on. To see somebody know that their life is so bad at that point that the only thing that they have left in decision is to either jump or burn. It's just hard to even fathom or realize anything like that. To see the fear and the anguish and the despair and the hurt on people's faces. They were trying to exit the buildings and trying to get to safety. And the firefighters and the policemen and the first responders, as we were trying to get them out of the buildings and trying to get them to the river, get them away. It was like, if you ever seen a big, huge ant colony and you spray something and the ants just go like everywhere. That's exactly what it was like. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. It's the way it was. That's the way it was. The police department and the fire department in the city of New York are the greatest in the world, second to none. But not even they had a plan for that day. And there's no, I don't mean that in any negative manner. There's just no way could anybody plan for that catastrophe. There's no training. There's no. I mean, you can train all you want, but in real time, when you train for something, at the end of the day, you're going to go home. So no matter how hard you drill, at the end of the day, you're going home.
It's never going to be real. It's never really going to happen.
Right. So when it really happens, it is what it is. And then, moment by moment, situations changed. Moment by moment, the plan had to be altered. Moment by moment, something that should have worked perfectly didn't. Not that it didn't work because it was anybody's fault. It just didn't work because it didn't work. And, as I stand here on the street right now, I have people walking by, and I see people walking by, obviously, of different denominations, different cultures, different religions, different nationalities. What I've learned in 9/11 is whether you were a firefighter, whether you were a police officer, whether you were an EMS worker, whether you were a butcher, baker, or candlestick maker, everybody, in a moment's notice, united to come together. And everybody came together with tears, and everybody, for at least a moment, bled red, white, and blue. The sad part is what happened in the next 365 days. What happened to the past 10 years? Why is it now on September 10th, 2011, there's media, there's TV channels, there's barricades, there's all kinds of stuff? I'm very glad that people are that moved to want to be here to remember. But will they remember on the 27th anniversary? Or is this like a high school reunion? The 5th year is the important one, and the 10th year is the most important one. What's the next one after that? The 25th year? So we're coming back for the silver anniversary? Everybody going to bring like a silver coin or something? I'm not trying to be a wise guy. I'm not trying to be a knucklehead, but that's reality. And that's called complacency. And if we continue being complacent, this is going to happen again. Whether it happens in this magnitude or not, or whether it happens in our education system, or as President Kennedy said, we're going to pass the torch to a new generation. After knowing about the new generation that the torch was passed to, I'm just not sure whether they were ready to step up to that challenge. I'm not saying that in any bad way. My point is, where have we failed? We have failed. We need to understand that we have failed, and we need to not fail. We need to raise the bar.